Number 74 out of Riverside, that's Casey McDonald. Outside Casey Mack, it'll be the 98 car, the three-time and defending champion, Luke Dodd, also out of Riverside. Row number 2, a two-time champion out of Temecula, that's Holland Henry Wisloski. And outside Holland Henry, another champion, the 77 car out of Lake Elsinore, Big George Bolden. Continuing on with champions in the 5th spot, that's inside row number 3, another past champion, the number 48 out of Temecula, Blaine Whitson. And outside him, another champion, the 99 car, Eddie Gurwell out of Riverside. If that's not enough, go to the inside of the row number 4. That's position number 7. That's the number 16 car, Stefan Davies out of Murrieta. Outside Stefan, number 28 out of Hemet, El Tigre, Tony Lima. Row number 5 on the inside, the 29 car out of Garden Grove, Bryce Mulvey. And outside Bryce from Lake Elsinore, car number 2, it's Harley Harveston. In the 6th row on the inside, the 65, Chris Leventis from Rancho Palos Verdes, California. And outside him, the number 83, Tim Branson out of Hesperia. Go back to row number 7 on the inside, the number 11, Adam Collins from Hemet. And the K9 from El Cajon, Mike Lurwell. And in the last row, all by himself, it's the 07 car from Torrance, Kenny Mann. So check that out. 7 past champions in this main event, and they are in the first 7 spots in the main event start. 20 lap pass car. Street stock main event. First one of 2017. Next, I said their first 7 spots were past champions. Not the 74, not a past champion yet. Your leader off turn number 2, it's a 98 Luke Dodd. Big George running 2nd. Casey Mack 3rd. Holland Henry 4th. Blaine Whitson running in 5th. Eddie Gurwell, no yellow on the car, running in 6th. Maybe a little yellow on that sponsor on the back panels of that car, I should say. Whitson trying to slide up in front of Holland Henry. He does. Henry gets a little wide coming off turn number 2. That allows Eddie Gurwell the inside of Holland Henry as well and moves Gurwell to the top 5. Then he slides it up on Holland Henry. Keep an eye on those two. That could be interesting. Three laps down, this time by Luke Dodd, been out front all the way. Little almost a tangle in turn number 4 between Kenny Mann and Harley Harveston. They stay off the walls, and we continue on racing.
83, I need you to keep that car on the Bible.
Boy, Harveston again, like in hot laps, having that problems turning that number 2 car in the corners. Leaders put a lap on Tim Branson, the number 83 car. In fact, Branson headed back to the pit area. Contact out of the corner. That's Stefan Davies and Bryce Mulvey. Kenny Mann, nowhere to go, gets into it. We go yellow.
We are yellow. Slow down. We are yellow.
And a couple cars running over some of the sheet metal off the Kenny Mann car. Go back to racing out of turn number 4. 5 laps down, 15 to go. Luke Dodd gets the jump on the restart. But here comes Blaine Whitson. Whitson around the outside of Big George. Blaine Whitson going to take over the 2nd place spot. Whitson won 2 main events last year. Your leader, Luke Dodd, won 4. 5th spot, it's Casey McDonald. 6th, Henry Wisloski. 7th, Davies. Blaine Whitson takes a peek on the inside. Dodd going to beat him down the back straightaway.
Okay, you're clear, K9. Come down, K9. You're clear.
Looks like the K9 car has another flat tire. Blaine Whitson trying to make the low line work. Stefan Davies trying to break into the top 5 now. He's up to challenge Henry Weslowski. Weslowski in the 22, Stefan Davies in the number 16. Car having problems coming off turn number 2. That's Collins. He keeps it straight, so we'll keep on racing. Holland Henry is momentarily shaking off Davies. Now he's starting to close on Casey Mack for 4th. Halfway, your leader is Luke Dodd. 2nd, Whitson. 3rd spot, Bolden. 4th, Casey Mack. 5th, Davies. 6th, Weslowski. 7th, Gerwell. 8th spot, Lima. 9th, Leventis. Running in 10th, it's Kenny Mann. Now leaders are closing in on the car who's had a hard time getting around the corners all night long. You see it right there as he goes to the outside of turn number 2. That's Harley Harveston. That could be a problem. And Harveston, he's taking the 2 car back to the pit area. He has had a handful all night long in that 2 car trying to get it to turn. Lurwell has that right rear change. He's going to come back on the racetrack in the K9. Meanwhile, out front, Luke Dodd has increased his lead to about 1/3 of a straightaway.
Go ahead and send him. Send him, Chris. K9, stay low. K9, stay low.
More lap traffic, a couple laps away for the leader. And he's increased that lead by over a half straightaway now. There'll be 5 laps to go this time by. The red 98 car, the leader, about to put a lap on Collins. They almost touch. Stefan Davies. Actually, Casey Mack has pulled away from Henry and Weslowski once again. Stefan Davies trying to pull to the back bumper of Weslowski. That's Casey Mack in the 74. He's running 4th. Weslowski running 5th. 6th spot, it's Davies in the 16. Davies to the inside of Henry. Remember, Davies was involved in that earlier tangle. You can see the damage on the right front of the car. That earlier tangle with Bryce Mulvey. There'll be 2 laps to go this time by. Luke Dodd, the 98 car, is going to have clear sailing the rest of the way unless we have a yellow flag. Coming down for the white flag this time by. 1 to go for Luke Dodd. Three-time champion ready to go down the back straightaway. Lap cars way in front of him in 3 and 4. Last 6 street stock main events at Perris Auto Speedway. Luke Dodd can say now he has 5 wins and 1 second place finish. Luke Dodd wins the main event. 2nd spot is Blaine Whitson. 3rd spot, Big George Bolden. 4th spot's going to be Casey Mack. 5th spot will be Weslowski. 6th spot goes to Davies.
Good racing.
7th, Gerwell. 8th spot, Smoke and Tony Lima. 9th, Kenny Mann. 10th, I want to say Leventis. No time on that one
To the front straight
due
line.
to the yellow flag. Luke's uncle, champion of Perris Auto Speedway and the Corona Raceway as well. He's out of the car. Makes some noise for Luke Dodd. Opens the season with the win. Last 6 races, as we said, 5 wins and 1 second place finish.
Luke Dodd, great win. Great way to start the year out, huh?
Yeah, that's the first time I won an opener, believe it or not. I've been wanting to do that, and I'm lacking a fair race too, so hopefully we get some fair races in here. But I want to thank everybody coming out, wife Susan, everybody up in the stands. I don't know if my mom's here, or brother, or Mari. I see little Mari there. Family in the pits, Jack, Jeffrey, Roger coming down from Baco, Luke's Transmissions, Alan Grubel Automotive for the tires, Ed Moore Drivelines for the driveline, obviously, and it was a pretty hard track to pass on, I figured, you know.
Well, you know, it was a tough night because Scott Delosio was just sharing some stuff with us that you, along with 6 other people on the pole, were all past champions. So you're running with some tough company. But congratulations, Luke Dodd, our street stock winner tonight. Let's give him a hand. Back to you, Scott.
Thank you.